comms to the ground streams to the E-links.
In terms of if we use the same softphone on both sides, what reason should another candidate be the best then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kapanga has been misbehaving lately.
I think what you've got to remember is we've got a fairly old server that's running a lot there, and also wireless in this environment. So, you know, normally, I mean, if you come down to the booth, we have a. Do you have the? So we're at booth 207, and we have it all set up there, and you'll be able to see it on the phones where you don't see those hiccups. So that, I think
yeah, Kapanga is not doing real well today. So. Well, obviously it depends on the server. Depends also on the format, the resolution, be it CIF or QCIF. Since CIF is 4 times the number of pixels of QCIF, it's going to take 4 times the amount of CPU horsepower. So I realize I'm not exactly answering your question, but suffice it to say you do need a big mean server for video conferencing.
I mean, it varies really depending on whether transcoding's, you know, what level of transcoding, where you're going from 264 or 263. You know, it's very variable, so it's hard to give an exact answer, especially when you look at the server.
If it is transcoding, I mean, would it be able to run multiple conferences?
Sure,
Oh,
sure, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and because of the nature of Diastar, I'm actually doing a talk on Wednesday where I go into a bit more detail on Diastar. It is a client-server architecture, so you can actually have multiple Diastar servers controlled by a single Asterisk, so you can scale things up that way also.
What kind of quality does
The
it support?
conferencing, well, sorry, 264, 263.
No, I
And
mean, that's supposed to bandwidth.
oh, it's like frames per second. We sort of go up to a 30
Well,
frame.
yeah, it's kind of an interesting mixture of what makes up a good quality conference. First off, the number of pixels on the screen, which is going to be, it's called format, so that's QCIF and CIF. We are working on up to VGA pretty soon. Again, though, that's going to take bigger bandwidth and more CPU horsepower, particularly to do conference mixing.
So if you had lots of 263 using QCIF, you would get more parties than, you know, CIF and 264.
Right, right. So it really depends on what you're doing.
On the business side, what are some of the opportunities to monetize this you guys are looking at?
I mean, to be honest with you, obviously we provide the technology, you know, whatever applications, we know we open it up and say, here's how you do it, and there's a lot of very imaginative people who come with applications. We've seen quite a lot of interest in things like sign language applications for calls.
Yeah, video relay for deaf people.
You know, that's
signing instead of typing.
You've got the security aspect with the real-time streaming. Obviously, that's something we're looking to add. We've had requests for video karaoke.
We're not too
you know,
sure
so
exactly how that would work, but
I mean, in all honesty, you know, you open up this, and you know, if you book a cinema ticket, you know, and you want to show a short preview of a movie rather than just giving them the options, you know, I think every way you look, you know, upselling in a hotel room, you know, do you want to see the garden view or the sea view, you know, and then
the thing
being able to show a clip.
here is things are interactive. Sure, there's a lot of video on the internet, but generally you're still playing clips. You know, here you've got DTMF, and we're hoping to work in some iPhone gestures to manipulate menus and the like. That's certainly doable. You've had your hand up. Your arm's getting tired.
Oh, you can audio only, absolutely. One thing we didn't mention as well is you can stream a movie into the video conference as well, or play a JPEG. So, you know, if you wanted to play a standard message to everybody, you can actually just stream a video straight into the conference also.
When you say mixing the map, so if you have 6 people in a dynamic conference, do you have one channel always open, say, in the recording?
Yeah, that's a good question. A video conference recording is something that we don't really have in the application, but could certainly be done. I mean, we're just, it's another video stream. It needs to go into a file. So we.
Making just a single M1 to M1 video, but everyone's recording, and our recording solution acts as a endpoint. So you can only
So we did add recently the ability to record a conference, so you could effectively put those
Yeah, so
two people into a
sit there, but you
Sure.
can sit there.
Yeah, no, I think that's very possible.
Is it possible to, for example, use a NVIDIA card
But the transcoding for the video is all done on the host CPU, so there's no card here. It's, you know, you buy the best server, you get a bigger conference. You know, there's no hardware.
for example, when you hack the password, you can do with video cards, like on the side of password and anything password is video card. But the video card is very quick for stuff, so maybe it can be those quick.
Hmm.
Okay.
You don't need all cores.
Yeah.
Just need an NVIDIA card.
Well, it's certainly possible, but no, it doesn't do that at this point.
I think we've been neglecting this side of the room. Does anyone have their hand up over here, or the questions coming from here? Okay, one. Yeah, we do license parts of it, so there's a video conferencing module that has a cost associated with that. So yeah, there's certain portions that are open, and then certain portions that we make a license charge for. So you know, if you're doing the sort of IVVR and the video conferencing, there are some license costs. Again, they're sold on a single per port basis. You know, I don't know the exact. I don't have the exact cost on me. I'm from the engineering side, but
Visit the booth. We can.
But you know, I'm sure somebody on the booth would be able to sort of go through that with you. Any other questions?
Okay.
Right, so yeah, I mean, by all means, stop by and you know, get a demo on the
Take a
booth, and we
closer
can.
look at the mobile phones.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.